coolen Sound der 80er. Das sind unsere Favorites für den Frühling. Pet Shop Boys. Tears for Fears. Und neu dabei, Prince, 1999. Eingebaut von Christoph aus Bremen über die 80s App.
Hello. Just me lol.
Sweetheart. You sort this out in TikTok studio. What has happened here?
Did it crash?
No, it hasn't crashed. It's just scenes. Screens here. It's to try and fix this, guys. No idea what the fuck is going on. Delete that.
Guessing it's not showing 2 in OBS.
That fixed? No. It's not. I think I deleted the wrong one.
Now only one bit small.
Yeah, sorry, I'll fix it. There we go.
Sub. No, you're all good.
Wait, let's computer.
What are we playing today?
This is Euro Truck Simulator. Go over that fuel station.
B.
Beep. I'm even going to be able to get fueled up here. I am. Very tight. I need to get a job. I need to go to job market.
I'm so used to driving on the other side of the road.
Oh yeah. We're in where's this going? Holy fuck. Israel. Holy shit, look at that for a drive. I don't know if I've got it in me to do all that, like...
I wonder why it's different.
Why when it's different? Denmark. Well, we can go to Denmark. Screw it. Let's do that one.
Driving on different sides.
Yeah. Just going to calculate the route.
But the US always has to be different.
I actually prefer driving on the other side of the road. So I do. What is going on here? Look at the map.
Spanish roads.
Strange.
Side asterisk.
Alright, let's go.
Navigation resumed. Turn right. GPS signal.
Spanish
left.
roads.
Navigation resumed.
So, the Spanish roads are the
Make a U-turn.
best. We're in here. That's just to get it repaired.
Signal lost. Navigation resumed.
Alright, look at that map again.
Navigation resumed. In 50 feet, turn left. Turn left.
Then here. Fucking
Are you
hell.
a good driver?
Yeah.
GPS signal lost. Navigation resumed.
Good driver.
Navigation resumed.
What's your favorite country you've been to?
Ooh. Let's say Spain or Australia.
Navigation resumed.
is good to go. Got our load on.
Mine has to be Spain.
Spain's awesome.
I've never been.
Turn left.
Green light. Before I can actually get out here. Gonna- Beam is just about to die. Right. I need to pull over here.
Do you just stay up all night?
Quite a lot of the times. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, right. Hold on guys, I need to put my phone in charge.
Why are you stopping?
I have to put my phone in charge.
The big ZS cards, that's how we roll.
Phone's about to die, so I need to put it in charge.
I can barely stay up past 12.
Really? Oh man, that's peak time for me, like. Right,
I stay up all night as well.
I think I just knocked down one of them cone things. Forgot it was there.
TikTok keeps me up sometimes.
Yeah, it keeps me up. Playing these games. But yeah, Denmark. From Scotland.
Denmark is a pretty cool place.
Yeah, that, Norway, Viking country.
Norway was amazing.
Oh, you've been to Norway? Fun enough, we're going to Norway just shortly. It's been kind of
Golf
sick.
popular in Scotland.
Is golf popular up in Scotland? That's where it was. It was where it's invented. Golf's in my town alone. There's 7 golf courses. So if you love golf,
Oh really?
yeah, if you love golf, Troon is the place to be. Yeah, golf was it was invented in Scotland. We created it. I've worked in 5 of the 7 golf courses in Troon. Cut greens and tees with the Toro lawnmower that you sit on. I've been there, done that. Used to be a greenkeeper.
Do you golf?
No. Nah, it's not really my thing, to be honest.
Straight.
Yeah, it's not really my thing.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Okay.
Take the exit.
Okay. Made it though. Is this guy trying to overtake me here? There's a speed camera there. Fucking guy in the focus couldn't wait, man. The fuck? Now I'm right up your fucking arse.
Take the exit. Keep left.
You'll hear some road rage from me, I'll tell you. Fucking flash my fucking lights at him. Get back here.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
My god, how tight are these roundabouts? I can't catch up with them, man. I'm in a big lorry pulling God knows what glass. Oh. Fucking hell. Right. take my breath away. You're up to 6 down the motorway. That's us in England. Oh dear.
Wow, we're not flying today.
No, we're driving instead. I was flying earlier. So I was. Thought I'd quickly change PCs.
Yeah, I see the light of you flying.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian.
Continue straight.
Yeah. Doing a bit of driving instead. Starting to get late. Oh, there's the police. Oh, something's been stopped. Oh dear.
Ran into any car.
Not yet. Not yet. Just give it half an hour though.
Keep right. Then, continue straight.
Right, okay.
Continue straight. Continue straight. Continue straight.
Oh, Jesus. Too busy looking to see what the chat is saying. Take my eyes off the road, very dangerous game. Should never do that.
Hello.
Hello! Driving to Denmark. So we are. It's a load of glass, I think. Ah, nice BMW. Old Land Rover, or Range Rover, whatever you want to call it. Range Rover. Oh. What is that thing?
Keep left. Then, take the exit on the left. Take the exit on the left.
The range on.
In 50 feet, turn left.
Typical British weather.
Turn left.
What the fuck? That just cut me off. Fuck, it's dark. This guy in the Volvo in front of me is trying to overtake these lorries. It's just not going to happen. The fuck? I just run over a cat. Fuck me, man, how tight is this fucking bridge? Fucking Mr. Bean going by me there. Oh, fucking fucked it, didn't I? That's it. Very tight up here, man. Pause discovered. I was going to say, I've never been here in my life. Fucking tight enough.
Then, turn left. Turn left.
Turn left. What do you mean turn left? That fucking sat-nav's fucking with me, man. I went.
Still here, just enjoying sitting in passenger.
Oh yeah. I scraped my trailer off that bridge about 2 minutes, about a mile back. It was so tight. There was a car on the other side at the same time, and I fucked it. No matter. It's only a scrape on the trailer. Plenty of money in this to get it fixed. I've got 381 million in this simulator, so we have plenty. Oh, 30 mile an hour zone. Where's this place? For fuck's sake, here's another tight bridge.
Plenty to retire with and not do any deliveries no more.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's some of these little streets are very tight.
Roundabout,
I take
take the first exit.
the first exit. Okay, we'll make that.
Take the exit.
Another fucking roundabout. Look, there's 2 roundabouts attached here.
Keep left. Keep left.
The fuck is this lorry driver doing? Come on, move your ass! Come on! Get stuck behind Humpty Dumpty here. Fucking right, I'm going to overtake this fucker at the most convenient of times. Straight away. Get out of you. Fucking bombing it. car.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
It's a bit close. Fuck is going on here? Oh, cheers, bruv. That guy let me out. Huh.
Take the exit.
Right, almost at the ferry terminal.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Take the exit. At the roundabout, take the third exit. Take the exit. In 50 feet, turn left. Turn left. GPS signal lost. Navigation resumed.
Denmark.
GPS signal lost. Navigation resumed. GPS signal lost. Navigation resumed.
Denmark. Drive another side of the road now.
Continue straight. Then, turn right. Turn right. Turn left. Continue straight.
Hey sweetheart, you're still here. Arla? You know the people that make the milk? There's an Arla company coming up.
Turn left.
Big Arla farm.
Turn left.
Gonna rally this. Oh, there's a Polus. Oh, I bet they weren't too impressed with that move. Fuck you.
Continue straight.
Okay, rallying it. The fuck was that? Got roadworks here.
roundabout, take the first exit. Take the exit.
Almost at the finish line, folks.
Keep right.
Keep right.
Take the exit on the right.
God, how tight is this?
Turn right.
Turning. Industrial state.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Okay.
Take the exit.
Oh fuck! I just went the wrong way. It said take the exit. Oh fuck! Alright, hopefully I don't fall through the fucking map here.
Signal lost. Navigation resumed.
Take up both lanes here because I'm going to do a U-turn. Yeah, they're going to be pretty pissed at me. Oh, look at this guy trying to squeeze in here. Oh my god. Alright, don't mind me. Just taking up all the fucking road. My god, this hedge. Who put that there? Fuck.
Yes, signal lost. Navigation resumed.
Fucking hell.
At the roundabout, take the third exit. Take the exit. Turn left.
Fucker. The wrong way again. Right, it's safe, clear, so just gonna go ahead and do this. Try not to crash into anybody.
Turn left.
It's Lamborghini. Damn.
You have arrived.
Have I? Only just. Oh damn. Was it me? Oh my god. So I can park this fucking thing. Oh, right. Straighten up. Start. Austin Powers. 30 point turn. Oh fuck, wait, I watched a jackknife it here.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
With the trailer. Oh, fuck me, man. How am I getting out of here? Already got problems.
Turn right. Turn right. At the roundabout, take the third exit. Take the exit. Keep right. Then, take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right.
please do the phone in. All right, fair enough. Dartmouth College, that's what I was thinking of, yeah, Dartmouth College. You've dated a lot of people, says Meg. Well, I'm in my 60s, so I would have done, wouldn't I? Really. I have been divorced for 11 years, so one would say, well, no, it's more than that now, 13, 14 years. So, anyway, something nice to know about Southend. Tell me something nice about Southend. Let's be positive. Let's declutter our lives and talk about good things. Good things about New Cross and good South London. Tell me some great things about South London and tell me some good things about Southend. All right? So that I can be positive. So I can be a half-full kind of guy. Ian, something nice, says Glyn, to know about Southend. In November, the whole length of Southend Pier, 1.3 miles. Southend Pier is 1.3 miles long? No. What? In November, the whole length of Southend Pier will be covered in knitted and crocheted poppies, says Clint. And quite right, too. Southend Pier is really 1.3 miles long, is it? Wow, I'm just looking at it. Yeah, it looks like something out of, what's that place called at the tip of Florida? With that sort of long bridge-like road. What are those called? That bit? No, that's Queen Island. That's where the nuclear accident happened. No, this was, the Key Biscayne. It's the Keys, the Florida Keys. Yes.
I'm doing my bed.
That lady who's blind really got
Once I get to old Paris, I think I'll call it a night.
It says Trevor, or Trevor Salisbury, or are you Trevor in Salisbury? Whichever. Just do it. Do it now. Go online. Just put in. I've done it, and I'm very early with things like this. Just put in. If I see one of those people called who sort of approach you on the street wearing a chuggers, yeah, I will actually cross the road to avoid them. But this just got to me because we have loads of listeners who've lost their sight, and they're all waiting for guide dogs because because of the pandemic, etc. And they're all waiting for guide dogs. So just literally Google this: guide dogs sponsor a puppy, and pick one of 3 beautiful little puppies that are being trained, and you can add to their training fees, and just do something good today. 1.33 miles. Southend Pier is the city's most treasured historical icon, as well as being the longest pleasure pier in the world. It stretches for 1.33 miles out into the Thames estuary, putting Southend on the map as well as into the record books. Okay, that's a good thing about Southend. Why is the pier so long? Why would you need a pier that long? You take a train to get to the other end of it or something. Here we go. Sonny is in Ilford, and he wants to talk about Southend. Good morning.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of it?
You just, I've just started listening recently, but you showed up some memories. We used to go every couple of years at least, if not every year, when we were children.
Right.
Me and my siblings, sometimes cousins and uncle and aunt and so forth. I remember one time when we went and the car broke down on the way. He topped the water up, and this is a long time ago now.
Right.
But yeah, it's a special place.
Is it a special place? Because I've been rather rude about it. Why? What's great about Southend?
I think, it's changed over time. It's been about 10 years since I've last been. But I think the adventure parks, they had rides like you had at Warren Towers and Chessington, at least in my memory anyway, at the time. And the arcade front, it was just, I suppose it was just classic English culture.
Have you been to the end of the pier?
Yep.
How do you get? Is there transport to take you to the end of the pier? You can't walk.
I'm trying to remember now.
Oh.
I think there was some transport. Yeah, part of the way.
Why is the
we
pier
didn't go
so
many
big?
times.
Did you know the pier played a role through both of the World Wars? In World War I, when ships housing German prisoners of war were moored off the pierhead.
Well, I think it's classic to London.
Sorry?
Sort of South England. I think it's Southend is classic to South England and London.
Okay, fair
I don't
enough.
know why. It's just something that we always had. It was always that you're going Southend, you're going Southend.
And you've moved all the way to Ilford. Not that far.
Well, we always lived there, but not too far away. It's the nearest one for us actually, as a seaside. But it was just, this is the one you're going to go to because it's
something about British seaside resorts. I just think, always cold and ice cream and donkey rides. And it just feels sort of, you're going to go to the beach, at least go somewhere where it's nice and warm.
Well, the grandparents would go through a group community to Margate.
Margate?
Or, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's organisations to do that, but for us it was...
Why is it that so many, and I'm not suggesting any towns that I've mentioned, but it's so when you look at a sort of list of most deprived areas in Britain where, you know, the population is however % living in poverty, however they define that, they're often seaside towns, aren't they? Why is that?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Blackpool is...
I've been to Margate. It's not Las Vegas, is it?
No.
Not really.
No, it's unfortunate, isn't it, in our country at the moment.
Okay. What are you up to today, Sonny?
Just got up early and caught your conversation. When I heard Southend, I thought...
You off to work?
To mention it. Yeah, in a little while.
Nice one. See you, Sonny.
Thank you very much.
Sonny. Good things about Southend, the pier, there's a tram on the pier. Okay. Ian, the reason why the pier is so long is because of the mud flats. Right. Still don't understand that. Jane's annoyed. Southend Pier is the longest, certainly in the world. You've not been there, but have made random unpleasant comments about Southend, South and East London. I'm kind of teasing. Which are all very nice areas with parks and open spaces. Quite right. Blackheath is lovely. Greenwich, Dulwich is lovely. There are parts of... But, you know, it's the really sprawling urban stuff that just... I don't know, it just brings me down. I know that's friendly to each other. Do you know everyone who lives in your road? I bet you do. Knocking on each other's doors, asking for bowls of sugar. There's me, looking at people in the lift, and that's the only contact whose life is... Interesting question. Don't reflect too much here. You'll just get depressed again. Redbridge is in Ridge, with amazing green space, is it? South London is musical talent. Alan's a seaside company she worked for, my daughter, when she left university, was a popcorn maker called Propercorn, which is actually very popular. And I see today that they've now branched out to, they've called Proper Crisps, Proper Chips, which is their version of crisps. It's incredibly popular. I remember she used to give me freebies, so I get box, rather like Jill and Pearl sent me biscuits and things that were sweet. So I got free orders of Propercorn. And in about 2 boxes, so there must have been about 120 packets of this stuff. And when I was at ITM, something about newsrooms, they just like the newsroom here, if you leave any food around, it will be, no matter what it is. And the Propercorn 130 packets would go in 20 minutes. They'd all be taken. It's amazing. Free food. If you ever want to be popular, bring in free food. Let's say you mentioned Dulwich and Greenwich and also Blackheath, which isn't in East London either. True. Hainault Forest and Fairlock Waters and Redbridge. Okay. That comment about seaside towns is a generalisation. I'm in Hastings. If you know Hastings, there's some fantastic... Yeah, there are, of course, but I'm saying that inordinately number of towns on the coast tend to come to the low end of poles onto, you know, which is the most... Well, the richest places. Let's go to Roy.
Keep
He's in
left.
Southend. Hello, Roy. It's Ray. Ray in Southend. Sorry, that's got a typo there. Tell me about Southend, Ray. There's no bit, you know, we're not going to beat around the bush. It is. No. It is slightly. allow Ubers. Is that still the case? Pardon? Oh, sorry, say something. Sorry, your line broke up. Do they have Ubers?
I think we can call it Uber for I'm not really
We're gonna try and fix your line, Ray. Like the South End line. No. We're gonna fix your lines. I don't know what's wrong with that. Chris says, Ian, the best thing about South End is the way out. Be cancelled. Please stop running down areas that thousands of people happily live in cohesively, says Jane. There are nice areas and not so nice in most boroughs. What's wrong with you this morning? Just an observation. That's all. And don't have to take it personally. I've turned it into something positive. Can you tell me some good things about Southend that I've missed? That's all. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I come from Basingstoke, so, you know, I could talk to you about places that aren't necessarily in the top 5 attractions to visit in Britain. It's 14 to 6. Joanne Webb.
Thanks, Ian. The M1 is closed southbound between junctions 5 at Watford and 1 at Staples Corner. It's because the overnight works are still taking place. On the M25, clockwise, just before junction 24 at Porter's Bar, one lane's had to be closed because a van's broken down. Also on the M25, it's very busy anti-clockwise from junction 15 at the M4 to 13 at Staines. And that's because the overnight works are still taking place and only one lane is open. 2 lanes are closed on the M2 westbound at junction 2 at the 8228. The exit slip road is also closed. It's for those emergency bridge works. And in Beckenham, the high streets had to be closed both ways because of a fire in a building.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast on LBC.
Is it time to decriminalise the possession of cannabis? Well, a commission that's been set up by the London Mayor Sadiq Khan and chaired by a very prominent politician thinks it probably is. The chair who's a KC and joins me now. How am I going to get it? If it's decriminalised, how will I buy it?
Well, that's the compromise that is made. You have to buy it through criminal sources unless you've got...
How will your recommendations work, Lord?
So I can use they are personal use, but the minute I go to someone on Blackheath High Street or Greenwich High Street, I'm breaking the law, am I not? You're not breaking the law, but the person who's selling it to you is. The current position, Nick, is that so many people get it now so easily that it is extremely unlikely to have an impact on the actual amount that people use.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast. Back this morning from 7. Listen on your radio, on Global Player, and the new LBC app.
This ad is 20 seconds long. Usually that means we really fast quiz and everything you need to say into a tiny amount of space. But it's an ad for stay on the line. So we have all the space, freedom, and comfort we need. Plus right now, kids go free when you book an economy or flexi fare to Ireland at stayontheline.co.uk. Terms and conditions apply.
Scottish Power has just been ranked top large energy supplier in the UK for customer service by Citizens Advice for the 3rd quarter running. But we're not slowing down, and neither is the Spotify. We're continuing to put in the miles to make sure our customer service keeps getting even better. Run over to scottishpower.co.uk today to find out more. Ooh.
Ranked top from April to December 2024 excludes Northern Ireland off-gen defined large energy suppliers as those with a market share of at least 5% in either gas or electricity.
888 Casino is made to blow minds. It's made for the unknown. It's just made to play. Sign up to get 50 free spins on selected games. 888 Casino. Made to play. Claim within 48 hours, valid for 3 days. Winnings must be wagered 10 times within 90 days. Wins capped at £100, one per person. T's and C's apply. 18 plus gamble away.
It's the kind of McDonald's you take photos of to put pride of place on the mantelpiece. Sure, you'll need to make room. Do you remember what your wedding day looked like? The Steakhouse Stag. It's McDonald's, and then some. Available until the 17th of June. Served from 11 a.m. Subject to availability. Participating restaurants only.
Leading Britain's conversation. LBC. With Ian Blaine.
Well, we started something here. I was joshing. There is an element of truth in what I said about Southend. James says you've never been there. I assure you I have. By the railway station, what's that giant pink building? It's just like, what is this doing? But now the backlash has started. So Paul has got in touch. I don't know if are you the Paul who's always chastising me? I'm not sure. We have so many Pauls. Good morning, Ian. The best thing about South London is it's not North London. And
Oh my. Oh, let's see. What? Oh, this guy's decided no, he ain't overtaking me. What?
Someone over. Probably. But you're allowed a tram, but not a bike. You can get a train back if you haven't got the energy.
Lower Saxony. Saxony. I can't even say that.
There's a nice little restaurant down there, and it's just nice to be out there, to be fair.
Well, I'm glad you're putting me right, frankly. So that's if anyone wants to tell me I'm completely wrong. Thank you, Ray. What are you up to today?
Well, I'm working at the moment, and then I'll hopefully be home by about 10 o'clock, and I'll be sitting in my back garden with a bit of sunshine if it decides to
What's your football team?
I'm a gooner.
Oh. That's it. There's a sort of slight sense of tumbleweed there, but the women did brilliantly, didn't they? Absolutely. Right, Mark is in panic, and you have donated to the Guide Dog Sponsor a Puppy charity.
I just got my little puppy. I'm looking at him now, Piper.
I'm a Piper fan as well. Isn't he lovely? Piper, isn't she?
We're both in the same company,
Yeah. How much are you putting in? You miser. How much are you putting in?
A tenner. I'm a Porsche.
A tenner? Yeah, fair enough. It's great, isn't it? You just feel good about yourself. You say, I'm finally doing something good rather than take. Give.
Yeah, but the reason for the call is that my auntie and uncle were both blind. My uncle Joe was blind and deaf. And he went to Helen Keller School.
Did he?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest. Helen Keller was this American blind deaf girl who went to Soul Road Song.
Absolutely.
And apparently she learned to speak by talking through a balloon, feeling vibrations of a balloon. Well, my uncle did the same thing.
Wow.
So he could talk,
Yeah.
he could communicate, he'd feel your face, in both of you could feel your face so they could see you.
Oh, yeah.
What amazing people, absolutely
Trucking
amazing.
to where?
I thought, you know what, he motivated me, mate, to be honest with
Yes.
you.
Off to oh damn, that guy's broken down.
Myself up internally and think,
Yeah.
more people that listen to the programme, and I'm sponsoring.
Went to Paris.
I can't be all bad.
Just past Hamburg in Germany.
Am I right in thinking Anik is near the coast or not?
Great.
I know you are, and it's
I know you are. That guy in the radio, man.
It is, and I sorry, I've got loads of people suddenly ringing up, Mark, so I'm not being rude.
How many kilos left?
Nice to speak to you, and well done
Kilos?
for donating to the Guide Dog.
I couldn't tell you.
Let's do it today. The Guide
I
Dog
usually don't keep track of how many kilos I have.
2 years, 3 months for a guide.
We've got a full tank of fuel.
Her husband's not
That
very well.
helps.
She's a wonderful person. She's written a book called Just Chill Back.
Pretty heavy.
She's just
Got a trailer carrying trailers.
500 miles.
500 miles. Oh, you said how long?
In some tiny just Google this Guide Dogs. That takes you to their website. Guide Dogs sponsor a.
Yeah, 506 miles. Oh shit.
Click on sponsor, choose your dog, and you can pick out 3 beautiful puppies with Piper. Kathy is near Southend as well. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning.
Something here. Would you like to big up or diss Southend?
I moved to Westcliff 2000.
Oh, Bremen. I've been to Bremen. I've been here before in real life.
At the moment, I'm going to
In fact, I probably would have driven this very motorway. That's mad, that. Yeah, we've been to Bremen in real life, haven't we? So we have, Misty. Yes, we have.
Big pink building by the station. Do you know what I mean?
Pink building.
There's a huge
station.
No, in the South End. Right in the centre of South End, there's this. As you come out of the railway station, you're hit by this kind of. I think it's pink. A great big pink monstrosity. I don't know what it is.
Big monstrosity.
Big college down there.
You key, Misty. Misty, I've got a controller in my hand. Come on, man. I'm trying to drive. I've got a cat in my lap at the same time here. Misty! Fuck me. God. Yeah, I really should move over. This guy's coming up my right side. I'll move back in.
Good. Well, I'm glad we're exuding some positivity, and thank you for listening, and thank you for taking part. Everyone says you go to Rossi's Ice Cream Parlour in Southend. That'll pick you up. The reason why the Southend Pier is so long, I'm told, is because of the tides. Something to do with the tides. Dennis says, I'm never ringing in. Okay, I'm not phoning your show, Payne. Even if you sponsor my phone bills for the next 12 months. I'll sponsor your phone bills for the next 12 months if you ring me. Look for all the celebrities who appeared on Jamie and Jim's Friday night dinner from Southend Pier, says Glyn. From Danny DeVito to Usain Bolt. They've all been on the pier, but not you, says Glyn. Fair enough. Usain Bolt wouldn't take long to get to the end of the pier, but he's been clocked at 25.7 miles an hour, which is like astonishing speed for a human being. Get in a car and do 25 miles an hour and think someone runs this fast. David's in Crouch End. He wants to talk about Southend and Leigh-on-Sea. Hello, David.
Hello, Ian. You okay?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Well, Southend-on-Sea and Leigh-on-Sea aren't really on sea at all. They're on the Thames Estuary. The on-sea was added by the old London Tilbury and Southend Railway directors in the 1850s to encourage day trippers to get more money. So they're actually on the Thames Estuary, but also Southend Pier isn't quite as long as it used to be, because 50 years ago, 1975, there was a fire at the end and a bit of it fell into the estuary, and it shortened the pier a bit, and also the old station where the Pier Railway disappeared too. And then,
what is that about?
Yeah.
Piers are always on fire, aren't they? Piers are always burning. Brighton had a bad fire, didn't
Yeah,
they?
that's right. Yes, you know. But it's not a tram that goes along the pier, it's a diesel railway now. But in the 60s, when I was a boy, it used to be an electric railway. And after the fire, it was, when they reopened it, they converted it to a diesel railway. But it's a very, honestly, I think the Southend is very underrated, you know.
Tell me something great about Southend.
Well, it's got very nice pubs, and the good thing about Leigh-on-Sea is that's where you get all the seafood. Your cockles and your mussels and.
Is Jamie Oliver from there?
Pardon?
Someone says Jamie Oliver's from there. Is he? Knows your message.
We used to go down to Leigh-on-Sea in my dad's old car on Sunday afternoons, and we used to have a good time. You know, it was really nice. It is a nice place. I don't know why it's got this unjustified reputation for sort of like, being sort of like a bit down at hill. It's not down at hill at all.
Well, I would advise people to go there and choose for themselves. All right. Thank you very much, David. Really appreciate the call. Well, I didn't expect that. We were going to do. I wasn't expecting to. Sometimes the subjects and you guys just take us like a tidal river. You just take us wherever, and you're never quite sure where it's going to be going. Eastbourne Pier apparently had a massive fire as well. Burned down the whole thing. Not sure about Brighton. I'm sure Brighton had a fire. It did, yes. It says a person who is a Brighton fan. Right, it's approaching 6 o'clock. This is an extraordinary story. I was reading this yesterday, but tasered a 92-year-old wheelchair amputee. They've been cleared of the spot.
On your radio, on the LBC.
He was the police tasering that 90-year-old guy.
From Global's newsroom at 6 o'clock, Donald Trump has suffered a major setback in his effort to impose tariffs on almost every country. A trade union in New York has blocked the move, ruling that Mr. Trump
Tariffs in every country. Got me.
Washington correspondent Simon Marks has more.
If I look at the text of this ruling, it says that it is absolutely clear that the Constitution assigns the United States Congress the exclusive powers to collect tariffs, to impose tariffs, and to regulate commerce with foreign nations. Now, I have no doubt that the Trump administration will be appealing that ruling, but on the face of it, it is a substantial blow.
4 people have died after thousands.
Speed of that fucking car. Holy shit.
Warehouse in Gaza.
That guy's off.
People were crushed and 2 others died of gunshot wounds. It's not clear who opened fire. The World Food Programme says there were hordes of hungry people. Danny Danner, the Israeli ambassador to the UN, has defended the level of aid.
There are more than 400 trucks
Take the exit
already
on the right.
on the Gaza
Hit the
side.
exit on the right. Okay, okay.
Has failed to pick them up.
Take
The
the
UN
exit on the right.
must stop spreading panic and start moving aid. Put your
Turn
ego
right.
aside and do your job.
About £1 billion is to be invested in technology to better connect weapons systems and speed up battlefield decisions. The plans will form part of the long-awaited Strategic Defence Review, due to be published on Monday. The Ministry of Defence will also set up a command to counter a continual and intensifying level of cyber warfare. Ministers are fast-tracking 2 reservoir projects over concerns about meeting demand for drinking water. The projects in Lincolnshire and Cambridgeshire would be the first new reservoirs in 30 years. They've been designated as nationally significant, escalating them from local planning to central government. Chelsea have become the first club to lift all 4 current men's UEFA trophies. They beat Real Betis 4-1 in the final of the Conference League last night. It's a first trophy with Chelsea for manager Enzo Maresca.
I expect a little bit the way we play first half, and the reason why is because we play 100 minutes Sunday. We adjust something tactically half time, and second half we were much better, and we are very happy.
In the city, the FTSE 100 will reopen this morning at 87.26 and close down 52. Yesterday, the pound rise $1.34 and a euro 19. LBC weather. Cloudy with patchy rain for many places, sunny spells developing in central and eastern areas, a high of 23 degrees. From Global's newsroom for LBC, I'm Thomas Woods.
The Skoda SUV Showcase event is now featuring the Skoda Kamiq, Karoq and Kodiaq. 3 confident SUVs, all crowned with character, created with commitment, carefully crafted for curves, the country and carrying kids to karate. And now with £500 off Kamiq and £1,000 off Karoq and Kodiaq. Come quickly to a Skoda retail between the 19th of May and the 9th of June for a closer look. Customers saving VAT applied on the road price of retail invoice. Retail customers only. Offer cannot be claimed retrospectively. T's and C's apply. Participating retailers only.
This is LBC from Global, leading Britain's conversation with Ian Payne.
Good morning. It is to the second, exactly 4 minutes past 6 o'clock on the morning of Thursday, May the 29th. Coming up, 2 police officers who pepper sprayed and tasered a 92-year-old disabled man in a wheelchair have been cleared of assault. PC Stephen Smith and PC Rachel Camotto denied using excessive force on single-leg amputee and wheelchair user Donald Burgess at Park Beck Care Home in St Leonard's on Sea. He was brandishing a knife. The jury returned their unanimous verdicts on both of the Sussex police officers at Southwark Crown Court yesterday. We've got some audio and some film of the incident. The guy is quite friendly, but don't need to go near him and walk away, and he would have been fine. I don't know. It sounds crazy, but if you have an opinion on it, we just thought this was an interesting story. I know Nick's going to be talking about it later. So, do you think they used excessive force or not? Tasering him. Also, criminal charges have been confirmed now against Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan here in the UK. They're brothers both deny all of the charges, and our breakfast reporter Henry Riley will join me later for more on that story. An app downloaded more than 1 million times has been encouraging users to swap children's faces onto sexualized adult content. Adverts for it have been branded as horrifying and dangerous, and have prompted calls from a government minister for Ofcom intervention. It's our exclusive, and our reporter Alan Zazinski will bring you the details of that. The business will come from Byron Johnson from Interactive Investor, and we might have a look at today's front pages.
Call 0345 973. Text 8. This is LBC.
Yeah? Brilliant. Right. Extraordinary story. Two police officers who pepper sprayed and tasered a 92-year-old disabled man in a care home with only one leg in a wheelchair have been cleared of assault. Now, he was acting in a threatening manner. So he was holding a knife. It wasn't a machete knife. It looked like a kitchen knife in his hand. And every time the police made an effort to sort of approach him, he kind of put the knife in front of him. But in terms of a threat, I don't know. We've actually got some footage of what happened. Obviously you can't see it, but have a listen and maybe it'll help you make up your mind about whether they used excessive force or not. Anyway, the Sussex police officers in question were PC Stephen Smith and PC Rachel Collins over the incident involving Donald Burgess, a single-leg amputee and wheelchair user. So, what's the story behind this? Right, let me give you as many details as I can. So, they were accused of using excessive force on Mr. Burgess during a confrontation at the Park Beck care home in St Leonards-on-Sea in East Sussex in June 2022. The pair had denied the charges. A jury at Southwark Crown Court found 51-year-old Smith not guilty of 2 counts of assault for using pava spray and a baton. Komoto, who's 36, was found not guilty of 1 count of assault for deploying her taser. The care home had called emergency services after Mr. Burgess reportedly threatened to stab staff with a knife that he was given to cut his food. Within less than a minute and a half of going into Mr. Burgess's room, Smith sprayed synthetic pava pepper spray onto the pensioner's face and used his baton to try and knock the knife out of his hand while Komoto deployed her taser. The court heard both Smith and Komoto repeatedly ask Mr. Burgess to drop the knife, with Smith warning him, "Put the knife down, mate, or you will be sprayed or tasered. That's up to you." Smith then discharged the spray directly into Mr. Burgess's face. Body cam footage played to the jury showed. Mr. Burgess raised the knife a couple of times as Smith used his baton to try and get the knife out of his hand. When that failed,
Belgian folks.
deployed her taser. Smith, this is the male police officer, previously told jurors he didn't see that the pensioner was disabled and using a wheelchair. He was in a seat. Okay, until after the incident, as he was focused on the knife. In his evidence, Smith also thought he might get up. He tried to stab him, pop him, maybe, I don't know. What? Smith was focused on that. In his evidence, Smith also denied hitting Mr. Burgess with a baton, claimed he flicked it towards the pensioner's wrist to knock the knife out of his hand. Meanwhile, Komoto said she believed using the taser was the safest way to protect Mr. Burgess, as she feared her colleague using the baton again would cause more harm. The care home manager, Steve Cooper, previously told the court that workers had been under threat from Mr. Burgess for more than 30 minutes before they decided to phone. The judge told the jury the reason for his behaviour that day, we now know, is that he was delirious as a result of a urinary tract infection. Following the incident, Mr. Burgess was taken to hospital and he later got COVID-19. He died about 3 weeks.
Oh shit.
The jurors took 2 hours around that time to reach their verdicts. Both officers, though, will face
How convenient.
Do you think they should? They've been cleared in a court of law. It's the same situation as we had with the police officer who shot the fatal shot that killed Chris Cabot in his car when he tried to use his car as a sort of battering ram to get out, using it as a weapon, because he was found not guilty by a jury, and then he still faced gross misconduct charges. I don't know, really, if they should...
She's just left my lap. Oh! Legs back to myself.
Rather than just the judge making the decision, makes me more comfortable with what it is. Of course, police officers have to be seen to be acting in a proper manner, and if they'd known he had a urinary tract infection and he was delirious and all the rest of it, you know, we've all
Not too far to go, folks.
I know a lot of elderly relatives who've had urinary tract infections, and it does make them very uncomfortable and not actors themselves, but they weren't to know that. But if they get I'm kind of on the police's side. I'm not sure the taser was necessary.
You weren't to know that.
You know, if you get a call saying there's a guy who's in the care home and he's threatening staff, he's threatening to stab, you'd have to attend, wouldn't you? But would you guys think that the excessive force was excessive? You think they should have been found guilty? You could have wrestled a knife out of a 92-year-old's hand. Yeah, I suppose so, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I don't know what they should have done. What should they have done? Did they act in an excessively forceful manner? Or
Plane coming in.
what the situation then? I mean, you know, if he didn't
Ha.
know, then basically they didn't know.
That's usually me. It's a KLM plane as well.
And so they just thought he was someone with a knife.
Ah, fucking KLM 747.
I suppose so. I think
It's a bit outdated, that, because the KLM 747 is no longer in action. Nice Lamborghini just went flying by me there.
police officers can find themselves in challenging and unpredictable situations where they must make split-second decisions to keep the public safe and to do so with measured compassion and skill. We support them to do this, and this is what our communities expect. Use of force must be reasonable, necessary and proportionate, and officers know they will be held accountable every time. The officers in this case have been held accountable to a criminal threshold, and we respect the jury's decision. While this concludes the criminal investigation, both officers will now face gross misconduct proceedings. The IOPC, which is the Independent Office for Police Conduct, which most police officers that I know hate, said that both officers should face a gross misconduct hearing for potential breaches of the police standards of professional behaviour relating to use of force and authority. So the questions I would ask is, one, do you think the jury's reached the right decision? I think they probably have, although I would question the use of a taser on a 92-year-old disabled member. You know, a bit excessive that, but to get a criminal prosecution for that? Sure not. But now that that's over, what do you think about this? You know, and I'd love to hear from police officers. You don't have to identify yourself. You can be anonymous. We don't say who you are or where you are if you don't want to, particularly if you're a serving police officer. But what do you think of this? You go through a trial, like the officer that was coming in. You go through a trial, and then you have to face gross misconduct proceedings. It seems a little bit sort of, I don't know. It seems like you're being tried again for the same offence twice. It doesn't seem right to me. But anyway, you might say, if you want to be opinionated about it, and you are a serving police officer or a former police officer, I'd love to hear what you think about this. It does sound to me like you're being tried again. PC Komoto faces a further misconduct allegation related to comments she made on social media after the incident. Well, that's the thing you just don't do. If you're a serving police officer, you don't go near social media. It's an absolute, it's a zoo out there, and you can only. So many police officers have fallen foul, doing something quite innocently, and then someone goes, hold on a minute, should a police officer be showing pictures, or someone a senior police officer, her sister sent her a picture that was really dodgy, and she lost her job as a result of it, because she opened it, you know, and it was just like, what? Anyway, stay away from that. So, tell me whether or not you think the jury have reached the right decision, and should they be facing a gross misconduct charge as well? I think that's a little bit of being tried for the same offence twice. It's 6:15. The news headlines are read by Thomas Watts.
Judges have blocked Donald Trump's sweeping trade tariffs on nearly every country. 4 people have died after crowds broke into a food supply warehouse in central Gaza. Britain is to set up a new military command to counter cyber threats. LBC weather cloudy with patchy rain for many places, a high of 23 degrees.
LBC Travel, I'm Joanne Webb. The M1 is closed southbound between junction 5 at Watford and 1 at Staples Corner. It's because the overnight works are still taking place and it's starting to look busy now on the approach. There are queues on the M25 anti-clockwise on the western stretch from junction 15 at the M4 and 13 at Staines, and that's because of the emergency repair works that are having to take place and only one lane is open. But also the anti-clockwise exit Slip Road at junction 13 at Staines is closed. In Kent, the bridge works continue on the M2 westbound at junction 2 at the A228. There's only one lane open here as well. And also the Woolwich Ferry isn't running, and that's because of a technical problem.
This is LBC.
Did you know you can get Santander cycles for 24 hours for £3.50? I spent the day feeling the morning breeze, rolling with mates, getting fun, free wheeling.
For £3.50, you can get 24 hours of unlimited 60-minute rides on Santander Cycles. Download the Santander Cycles app to find your nearest docking station. To the Mayor of London and TfL, every journey matters. Pedal rides only. Additional charges apply for e-bikes. Other T's and C's apply.
Hello, I'm Nick Ferrari, and I'll be back taking your calls from 7. So get it off your chest and get it on the radio.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast.
Join me, leading Britain's conversation on LBC.
Octopus Energy. Great value and outstanding customer service. Recommended by which? 8 years running.
Hello, mate. Your best bet is to head to Betfactor for their new customer welcome offer. If you bet a minimum of £10, they give you £20 in free bets on horse racing. But here's another tip. If you're at the races, head to the paddock. You get lots of info they don't put in the race cards. Like what? Like the fact I'm seeing one of them drop a lot of weight right now.
Listen to me, Harry, and make your best bet on the racing at BetVictor. 18 plus, locked in, bet on horse racing odds, beatings or greater, no cash out, 7-day expiry, terms and conditions apply. Gambleware.org.
Calling all young creatives. Kickstart your career in media. Apply now and join us in years 10 or 12 at Global Academy. globalacademy.com.
When you're smiling. Banning Dental Group Clinics. With over 5,000 top-rated Google reviews. Keep on smiling.
Next time you walk their dog or feed their cat, when you pop by for a cuppa or just stop for a chat, tell your friends about pension credit. They could be missing out on an average of over £4,000 per year to boost their pension income. Pension credit also unlocks other support like help with heating costs, council tax, and a free TV licence for people over 75. Tell them to search for pension credit in gov.uk. Pension credit. Credit where credit's due. Eligibility criteria apply.
Ian Payne on LBC. Call 0345 6060 973.
Okay, if you want to call and get through now, actually, you can't always guarantee that in 5 or 10 minutes' time, but if you want to call and tell me what you think of this incident, there are 2 police officers who tasered a man with one leg in a wheelchair who was 92, and he had a urinary infection. They weren't to know any of this, but he was brandishing a knife, and he threatened to stab members of the care home staff, and they tasered him. And the family obviously complained. And I was thinking to myself, my mum's 92, and if she was acting, because dementia does funny things to you as well, particularly if you've got a urinary infection. My dad is the nicest, gentlest man in the world, but when he was suffering dementia, the reason why we suddenly said he's got to go into a home, or he can't be at home anymore, is he threatened to hit my mum. And it was like, this is not, who is this person? We're completely different. So I was thinking to myself, if my 92-year-old mum, because she's the same age as this poor man, was tasered by someone, I'd be outraged. I'd want the police officers prosecuted. But a jury who's heard all the evidence found them not guilty, and now they have to face a gross misconduct charge. I know it's about, did they commit a crime? No, but now they have to say, did they break police rules? Possibly. Okay, so that's why they've got a gross misconduct charge. I just feel is it double jeopardy? You can't be tried for the same offence twice. It feels all wrong to me. Ian, I think the officers gave the man a warning, says Rob. A knife is a knife. In other countries, including New Zealand, where I am, a man could have been shot. Whatever the issue, the impact of his actions was still real. definitely need to be disciplined for gross misconduct of some appalling behaviour.
Take the
Complete
exit
amateurs
on the
and
right.
bullies. No need for taser or pepper spray. And Steve says, let me tell you
Take
about
the
an
exit
incident
on
in
the
police custody that I witnessed. We had a guy in a wheelchair with no legs who tried to stab 3 police officers with a pen. It took 3 cops to restrain him. Vulnerable or not, people can be violent. It's 21 minutes past 6. If you would like to get in touch with us, we've simplified our life. We're like me decluttering our life. We've simplified your life. We give you one number that kind of fits you. It's the same number for telephone.
Hey babes.
Calls as it is for a WhatsApp message. It is
Almost in Paris.
4560.
After I get to Paris, I'm going to call it a night.
There you are. That's all you need to know. You can ask.
How are you?
Send a comment if you want.
Tired.
The old-fashioned text, which is I forgot the A4.
Yeah, I'm tired. Been flying and driving most of the night.
Same. Being charged here in the UK. Yeah, well, this is the first time that we've learned.
Just sitting here driving, listening to the radio.
Both social media influencers, but yesterday was the first time that the Crown Prosecution Service have confirmed that the brothers in the UK. We now know the details of those charges and the number of alleged victims. Now, these two are dual American-British citizens. Andrew Tate, who is a self-styled misogynist, he's 38 years old. He's accused of 10 charges, including rape, actual bodily harm, human trafficking, and controlling prostitution for gain. Those relate to 3 alleged victims. His 36-year-old brother Tristan Tate faces 11 charges, including rape, actual bodily harm, and human trafficking. Those against 1 alleged victim. Now, they have not responded directly to the news yesterday, but they have shared posts on social media saying the allegations are fabricated, or certainly suggesting that they are.
Call me when you get off and sort the dust.
Okay, babes.
2024, but the full details have only just been released now by the CPS. The pair have millions of followers on social media. Their videos have been watched hundreds of millions of times. Last year, Bedfordshire Police announced that they were seeking to extradite the Tate brothers to the UK. They issued an international arrest warrant on allegations dating back between 2012 and 2015. They deny those allegations. Despite that arrest warrant, though, the pair could only be brought back to the UK when criminal proceedings against them in Romania have been concluded, and over there, prosecutors have charged them with offences including trafficking children and rape. Ian, the brothers deny all charges, and it's thought they are still in Romania. Thank you very much indeed, Henry. I am asking you, what do you make of the incident involving 2 police officers who have been cleared by a jury of using excessive force? They pepper sprayed and tasered a 92-year-old disabled man at a care home. The 2 officers went on trial in London over the incident involving Donald Burgess, who is no longer with us. He caught COVID after this incident. A single-leg amputee and wheelchair user. He'd been threatening staff for 30 minutes. I tried to talk to him. He'd been threatening to stab staff. He had a urinary infection. He was delirious. And the jury, and they've seen more evidence than we have, so you have to trust their decision. They came to the conclusion they had not committed a crime, but they now both face gross misconduct, disciplinary proceedings for breaking the rules of engagement, I suppose, within the police force. Nigel's in Worcester. What do you make of it, Nigel?
Well, at first I was a bit annoyed because I think I saw it on the TV. Otherwise I was dreaming it anyway. I'm sure I saw it, and although they rightly were found not guilty, yes, they should be held accountable, but somebody above them, i.e. the police force, should be held accountable for absolutely rubbish training, because you don't do that.
What should they have done, Nigel? What should they have done? If you've seen the picture, the guy, you know, they weren't to know his medical circumstances, but he does hold this knife, and whenever they come close to him, he pushes the knife out towards them.
But he's in a wheelchair here. Right? He's not going to hop over to him, is he? And he's 92. I mean...
No, I think the taser was... Have they committed a crime? The What do you say?
No, look, I bet if you asked those police on hindsight, they would feel a little bit silly and say, on hindsight, we really could have done that better.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think they should they face disciplinary proceedings now from the IOPC?
Well, maybe from their chief constable in a bit of a telling off. You know, there's no point doing anything really bad to them because, you know, send them on a 6 months training course because.
Yeah, we've got to get some good. So that is quite right. Just talking about what's acceptable and what's not. I'll be honest,
8 quid. That toll was.
in the last 15
Fuck me.
I don't think so, Ian, because I thought you were a decent chap, but I think you were a little bit odd. Yeah,
Damn.
I actually
Fuck me.
they should suffer.
How expensive. That's what I'm saying, sweetheart. See, honest to God, right? And it's the same in real life. These tolls in France, oh, fuck your day up, man. It's like a toll every fucking half hour. Aye, every half an hour down the fucking road is like a toll. A nightmare.
Look up in Spain.
Aye, sort of like that, but worse.
No, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
she said something on social media afterwards. I don't know what that was. Maybe she was justifying herself. Let's speak business with Myron Johnson, Senior Personal Analyst at Interactive Investor. Good morning. News from the microchip maker NVIDIA.
Yes, morning.
Looking forward to speaking to you when you're off.
Yeah, same shit.
At the heart of the global spending spree on infrastructure, powering artificial intelligence. So they've reported
Continue straight.
7% surge in quarterly revenues, and this actually beat Wall Street's estimate. So this surge comes despite the company suffering being hit to its business, stemming from the tariff, so US and particularly the US restrictions on its China sales. So yesterday, media report revenues were around
Continue straight.
$1 billion for the quarter, which ended April 27th for them. And this is almost £1 billion above all expectations. And NVIDIA said that it expects
Bodie.
Yeah, so they were having a big stand issued by Ofwat, which is the water industry regulator, quoted £120 million.
Right.
This is for breach of rules over sewage spills and shareholder payouts. The watchdog said that the fine would be paid by the company and its investors and not by the customers, although I'm not too sure how it ensures that the customers will ultimately be going for it through high bills and future. But this is my worry.
Yeah, I always find it strange when people, it's like finding a bankrupt person. You know, there must be other ways of doing some good from this. So what happens to the money? Does Ofcom bank it, or what happens to that fine? Where does it go? Do you know?
I'm not too sure. I think Ofcom actually, I think it goes into a pool of cash to be that they use.
Right.
But I'm not quite.
No, I'm interested to know about fine. You find people who haven't got any money, who are in debt. You
Continue
know,
straight.
Just knock off, $2 million from the guy's salary. That's the way to hit him in the pocket. Thank you very much indeed, Myron. Myron Johnson, Senior Personal Analyst at Interactive Investor. Oh my God, one more time. It's exactly 6:30. Here's Thomas Ross.
A trade court in the US has blocked President Trump's tariffs, including levies on China, Mexico and Canada. Judges have ruled he overstepped his authority, but the White House has filed an immediate appeal.
You have
4
arrived.
people are reported to have died after crowds broke into a food supply warehouse in central Gaza. The UN's World Food Programme says hordes of hungry people were involved. Britain is to set up a new military command to counter a continual and intensifying level of cyber warfare. It will be part of the government's long-awaited Strategic Defence Review, due to be published on Monday. LBC weather, cloudy with patchy rain for many places, sunny spells in central and eastern parts, a high of 23 degrees.
LBC, Nick Ferrari at breakfast.
Coming up this morning with Nick, he's going to be covering this story. The two police officers who were found not guilty of committing a crime after they tasered and pepper sprayed a 92-year-old amputee in a care home. Nick will be speaking with the care worker who was on behalf of the man's family. The influencer Andrew Tate faces rape and trafficking charges in the UK. Nick will have the latest. And following on from the Liverpool parade crash, the Met chief says police should disclose the ethnicity of suspects. Do you agree? All of that and more coming up with Nick Ferrari at breakfast this morning from 7 here on LBC.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast. Listen on your radio and on Global Player. LBC.
Does your home or business have a radio teleswitch electricity meter, or RTS meter for short? Well, from June, the signal that controls RTS meters is being switched off, and some people could be left without heating and hot water. If you've got storage heaters, you may have an RTS meter. There are other ways to tell, but your best bet is to look for a switch box near your electricity meter, often labelled Radio Teleswitch. So, if your energy supplier has been in touch about getting a new meter, contact them now. Act now. The RTS switch off is on the way. This message is from Ofgem, the independent energy regulator.
888 Casino is made to blow minds. It's made for the unknown. It's just made to play. Sign up to get 50 free spins on selected games. 888 Casino, made to play. Claim within 48 hours, valid for 3 days. Winnings must be wagered 10 times within 90 days. Wins capped at £100, one per person. T's and C's apply. 18 plus, gamble aware.
888.
The Steakhouse Stack, with 2 layers of delicious beef, crispy onions and peppercorn sauce. It's the kind of McDonald's you take photos of to put pride of place on the mantelpiece. Sure, you'll need to make room. Do you remember what your wedding day looked like? The Steakhouse.
I jumped there.
Sorry, babes. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I need to get parked somewhere.
It's okay to talk to you soon.
There's a place up here. Place up here I can sleep. Be back here. I'll probably be back live later on. Possibly on this. Anyway, thanks for jumping in, saying hello. Hope you enjoyed watching something different for a change. At my end. Anyway, folks. back on later at some point. Not too sure where, but and when. But yeah, go to bed, get myself some much needed sleep. Alright folks, till later.
Do you understand why the female police officer used her taser on this guy? Do you think that was commensurate with the situation?
The call handler issued.
Alright folks.